Are Novo the best value custom shop guitar on the market? Make sure to wait till the end of the video to find out. In today's episode, we're checking out a beautiful Novo Serus J in Charcoal Frost. It has a killer pickup combination, a beautiful finish, and it comes in just below £4,000. So without further ado, let's get straight into this Squealing Pig Guitars video. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Keightley and today we're checking out a beautiful Novo Serus J guitar. And the question we're asking in today's video is whether Novo guitars are the best value custom shop on the market. At this point they're in direct competition with the Fender Custom Shop and Gibson Custom, and they're creating some of the best guitars on the market. But of course here at Squealing Pig Guitars, our main mission is to find the best guitars in the world. So we'll be rating this Novo on 3 points. Number 1, aesthetics. Number 2, playability and tone. And finally, number 3, value and resale value. So let's not dawdle any further and get straight into the aesthetics test.
Oh yeah.
So this guitar comes in a very high-end mono gig bag. They're some of the best gig bags on the market, very high-end. Let's open it up and see what we've got inside. So inside, of course, we've got a beautiful Novo Serus J. We have a really cool kind of contraption on this mono case which actually velcros the neck in. But what a guitar. This is in the Charcoal Frost finish and it's a Serus J model. So now let's take it outside of the studio and see what it looks like under daylight. So guitarists, now it's time to run down the specs of this beautiful Novo Serus J in Charcoal Frost. I have to say, this example is one of the most beautiful Serus Js I've seen. I love the P90 and mini humbucker combination. Of course, all Novo guitars start with the construction of tempered pine and tempered maple. You might be asking, Ben, what's tempered mean? Basically, it means roasted. As you can see on the back of this neck, it's got that caramel look that you see on some Fenders and Sur guitars. They basically bake the maple, it brings out all the moisture of the wood, and it means it's very, very stable, which is obviously good for guitar players with tuning stability. I just love the overall aesthetic of this guitar with the big pick guard, the silver kind of portion here, and the radio knobs, also the kind of relic hardware. It just looks truly amazing, and I have to say it's definitely going to score highly in terms of aesthetics. But let's get down to more of the specs. We have a rosewood fingerboard. We have the big kind of block inlays on this one. It's got a bound fingerboard as well, so it looks very high-end. Also got that classic Novo Serus J headstock with a 6-in-line Kluson Deluxe tuners. In this particular guitar, we have a Lola mini humbucker and a Fralin P90. We have a Gibson style bridge and stop tailpiece looking very nice there. It's a 25.5-inch scale length with a 9.5-inch radius, and it feels incredible. But that's everything you need to know about this spectacular instrument, so let's plug it into the 2-Rock Bloomfield drive and make some noise. So guitarists, now it's time for the tone demonstration. I can't wait to show you how good this Novo sounds. For today's episode, I'm plugged into my 2-Rock Bloomfield drive as usual on the lead gain channel. That's mic'd up with an Audio-Technica condenser going straight into my Quantum Studio interface. To start off the tone demonstration, I'm simply just going to show you the neck, the middle, and the bridge position. So let's hear the neck position first. Lovely tone from that mini humbucker, middle position. Stunning. Then the bridge pickup. Back to neck now. So I have to say, that neck position sounds incredible. That mini humbucker has such a nice tone to it, and as you dig in with the pick, it gets slightly more distorted, and as you pull it back, it has a really nice clean tone. Nice and clean. Dig in a little bit more. Be perfect for any indie sound. Going into the middle, you get a little bit more twang, of course. Now let's hear that bridge pickup one last time before going to the gig test. Lovely tones all around. Now let's go to the gig test. So guitarists, welcome to the gig test of this Novo guitar. If you're not familiar with this part of the video, basically we turn the 2-rock Bloomfield drive up to half volume, so it's so loud in the room, and we test the feedback, the overall tone, and in the mix test. So let's start off with the feedback test. So you can hear there was quite a high-pitched feedback, which wasn't very pleasant. Let's see what it sounds like on the neck pickup, because that's a mini humbucker. So the neck pickup is actually alright, probably because it's a humbucker, whereas the bridge obviously is a P90, so it's a lot more squealy, as you can hear. But now let's just do some riffing. So guys, that is the end of the first part of the gig test. I have to say, this guitar sounds incredible, responds really nicely in the room, and has a natural, nice harmonic sound to it. It's all thanks to this P90 in the bridge. It just has such a cool kind of punky... So now it's time for In the Mix test. This is the most important part of these videos, really, hearing how this instrument sounds with other instruments. For today's episode, I prepared a backing track that's inspired by Time from the Inception film by Hans Zimmer. Obviously, all the backing tracks you hear in these videos are my own, which I create. So let's hear that now. So guitarists, now it's time to talk about the value of this Novo guitar. And obviously we've done a few videos on Novo now. They're always guitars that seem to sell really quickly in our shop. So obviously the resale value and the demand for these guitars is definitely there. They're a relatively new brand, of course, made in Nashville, Tennessee, and this guitar we're listing for £3,799, which for a Novo guitar is an incredibly good price. Brand new, they normally go from about $4,500 to $5,000 on the new market. However, this is obviously a second-hand example. In my opinion, beats a lot of the Fenders in this price categories, and to a certain extent, maybe even beats some of the Gibson guitars that are priced at the same as this. This guitar is an absolute workhorse. As soon as I tuned it today, I didn't have to retune it for the entire demo, which obviously made my life easy. But if I was playing live, I would want something like this, something that's reliable, something that has a couple of different tones in it. Obviously that humbucker gives you that nice kind of darker kind of tone, and the bridge is a bit more brittle. But it's such a beautifully finished guitar, very high end. So for the price, you can't go wrong with this Novo. In terms of resale value, here in the UK, I believe you'd keep your money if you spent £3,799 on it. You'd be able to list it for somewhere similar to that. However, if you bought one brand new, I don't think you'd get £5,000 for one. So always try to look for a second-hand one if you can. In terms of the United States, though, I believe they're a lot more readily available. Obviously makes sense to them being made in Nashville, so you've probably picked yourself up a bit more of a deal overseas. But then again, if you do live over there, obviously selling it is going to be a bit harder, and you might not be able to keep your money as well. But in conclusion, this guitar is incredibly good value, and I really enjoyed playing it today. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10 for value, which is one of our highest scores for value on this channel. So now let's go to the end of the video and total up all the results from today. So guitarists, we're at the end of another Squealing Pig Guitars video. I really hope you've enjoyed this one today. If you've enjoyed checking out the video, then hit the like button and press the hype points button. This tells YouTube to recommend this video to other guitarists just like yourself. Also, let me know in the comment section below, how do you rate the Novo Serus J? Do you love it or do you not? Let me know down below. And finally, if you're new to Squealing Pig Guitars, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers and we could do with your help. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. So let's get down to business. What am I rating this Novo Guitars Serus J today? So we go back to the start of the video. I rated the guitar a 9.5 out of 10 for aesthetics. I love the way this guitar looks. It looks insane. Number 2, playability and tone, I give it a 10 out of 10. I think this is one of the best playing guitars I've reviewed in the last couple of weeks. I didn't have to retune it once in the studio, and it just had such a beautiful tone with the combination of the mini humbucker and the P90. I would definitely buy this guitar. It's an incredible player. And finally, value and resale value. Again, it scored a very high 9.8 out of 10. I believe that Novo guitars are some of the best value guitars on the market. So in total, the Novo Serus J scores a 9.7 out of 10. You can check out the squeal board to see where it ranks on that leaderboard. I have to say I was very impressed with that Novo today. So to answer the title of today's video, I believe Novo guitars are the best value custom shop on the market, especially when you look at the second-hand items coming in around $3,500. In my opinion, I'd much rather take a Novo than a regular Strat at this price. Of course, I love my Gibson guitars, but Gibson are always a lot more expensive than Novo, whereas Novo is very consistent and always build incredible guitars for cheaper money. So in my opinion, Novo are the best value custom shop on the market. But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.